Welcome to Swaps and Stuff. Me and my little man. That's the home. My new home. Blessed to be there. Then we're working on the C10. I'm calling the 10 Chin. That's the old motor 350. Ran great. We're going to test 50 5.3 with the truck pan. We got it sitting in there. Didn't clean it up quite yet, but we'll have it clean. Got the LS1 intake. And that's it. Sitting in there. And believe it or not, I think I'm not going to have to do anything to the draw shaft at all. That's good stuff. What's up, good people? This is a 10 Chun, the 5.3. Done painted him up, cleaned him up. New cam, new water pump. New cam, new water pump, new oil pump, new valve springs. Putting the final touches on the 5.3. Got the LX Innovation adapter mounts. Ready to drop this dude in. And go for what we know. Motor going in, attention. We going. We getting there. I do a little put some washers here. But it's going in. It's going in. Ain't so far so good. Ain't no issues. It's already been in once. Pulled it out to clean it up. Put the cam in. It's already been turned over. So now we're gonna button everything up. Burn the midnight oil. Sitting in there. Got the headers bolted up. Got the transmission bolted down. Man, I don't want to cut a hole in this firewall. This firewall is nice. I don't want to cut a hole in the firewall to mount the computer. I promise I don't. I'm trying to think of other ways to do so. I got a hole right here, but the way that this harness is routed, it's routed everything to run off to the passenger side. So I don't want to cut a hole in the firewall. I'm still gonna do a little touch up. My dipstick got into the firewall a little bit. I'll touch that up. But man, I'm really not wanting to do what I see here. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of chopping up stuff that's real nice. You know, back in my younger days, man, I didn't care what it was. I would have, and then be like, okay, yeah, it'll work. Not now, man. I kind of want to preserve, especially just being a 68 as nice as it is, and then cut a hole in the firewall, man. I don't want to do that. I'm trying my best to figure out a way to get around that. Only way I know to do that would be to mount the computer underneath the vehicle. And I don't want to do that either because of all the road damage, you know, rocks and stuff like that could bounce up and not unlodge it. So he's aware of me having to cut a hole in the firewall, but I don't want to cut a hole in the firewall, you know what I mean? But he's okay with it. I got to do some patch up over here anyway from the original stuff. Plug at, and that's for your Speedo, which you no longer need because of the 4L60 now. This is that brand new harness you get on eBay. That's what I'm going with right now. LS1 intake tip. Everything fits real good. Everything's going to be snug. I got plenty of room to work with. The headers work nice, man. I mean, they really worked. Really worked. Let's see. There's a mess in the garage, I can tell you it now. Here's the headers. 1968 5.3 4L60 with the LXX adapter plates. Plus, the other issue is I don't have a 2-inch. I think it calls for a 2-inch. It calls for a 2-inch hole saw. And the biggest hole saw I have is freaking 1 inch or 1.5 inches. Another one of these things you got to do when you're dealing with these swaps, man. You know, it's making things work. I'm going with just a regular style coil packs. I was trying different ones, heat sinks. I tried a set of LS2s. I tried different sets. And the only issue that I'm having is where the what's the name plugs in at. Fuel plugs in. The fuel plugs in and it hits a coil. So I'm going to have to bend that dude up out of the way and do all that. So, and then my fuel line, my feed line's right here. I'm going to reroute that. I'm going to stop it right at the firewall, and then I'm going to run that dude up the firewall, over, into the driver's side. Everything's on the passenger side. I'm going to, on as far as the fuel goes, I'm going to run it all over from the passenger side to the driver's side, plug it all in. Man, again, I'm a little lazy on this swap. I should have been done with it. I really should have. I've had plenty of the parts to do where I'm at right now. I've had not much the time that I wanted to do it, but I've had plenty of time. But again, headers, clamshell. I'm going with another water pump, a new water pump. I like to go with one that feeds right here, but with the same for a truck intake, for a truck accessories. You know what I'm saying? But whatever's whatever. I'm going to do this. I'm going to drill the hole. I'm going to take a deburr and I'm going to burr it to drill it 1.5 inches. Then I'm going to burr it out to 2 inches, and then I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm not wanting to, but I'm going to. Hey, you know, that's it.